This is the key to massive growth on Merch by Amazon. There is one thing that all failing merch accounts have in common. You see so many people who have fantastic ideas and even great designs on their Merch by Amazon account, but they are still not getting any sales. Because on Amazon, the bulk of your success comes not from your designs, but from your research. To be successful in this business, you have to know how to find those high traffic, low competition niches. Once I help you do this, you can unlock massive growth for your Merch by Amazon account and start seeing those life-changing sales come in. I'm Hannah, passionate about helping you create passive income, build wealth, and scale your print-on-demand business. If that's something you're interested in, I would love if you would hit that like button and consider subscribing for more amazing tips weekly. I'm about to take you through step by step my exact process for finding these money-making niches time after time. Right off the bat, the best advice I can give you, and the thing that I wish people would have told me when I started this business, is you need to be taking advantage of tools. Big accounts in those 50,000, 100,000 tier on Merch by Amazon are taking full advantage of these tools to research and find those really low competition money-making niches that they can exploit. So if any of us in those lower tiers want even a chance to stand out, we need to be taking full advantage of those tools as well. My number one favorite tool for Merch by Amazon research, without a doubt, is Merch Informer. If you've never heard of it before, Merch Informer is a subscription-based service that creates a site where all of the data for every best-selling shirt on Amazon is being collected and then presented to you in a way that you can understand. Without Merch Informer, you could literally spend hours, if not weeks, just combing through listings on Amazon, trying to see what's working, what's trending, what are people buying, what's selling more than other things. But with Merch Informer, all this data is presented to you within seconds. In addition to helping you find what those best-selling designs are, Merch Informer also has a feature to check any niche in Amazon and see if that might be a good money-making potential for you. If you ever just think of an idea while scrolling the news, while looking on TikTok, while scrolling Instagram, and something just pops into your head, sometimes I take that inspiration, plug it directly into Merch Informer, and it will give me a grade from A to F, whether that is a niche worth pursuing. This is how I use Merch Informer daily to help grow my print-on-demand business. If you've watched even just a couple videos about Merch by Amazon, you've probably come across the term BSR. If you're not familiar with what this is, BSR stands for an item's best seller rank on Amazon. The lower the number, the better that product is selling. The higher the number, the less that product is selling. As print-on-demand sellers, we are all striving for those low BSR numbers. In my own business, I find that products that tend to sit around that 200,000 to 600,000 BSR rating are my best sellers. While we'd all love that one magic shirt that ends up becoming, say, 20 BSR on Amazon, that is simply just probably not going to happen. What I find is in my own business, the bulk of my profits is made up of having hundreds of those shirts that are ranking in the 300 BSR range. This is what I did to find those best-selling niches to begin with. Every day, I strive to make at least 10 original designs for my Merch by Amazon business. Some days I make a little bit more, some days I make a little bit less, but that's the number that I'm striving for. Before I begin designing anything, I am going to log into my Merch Informer account. There, I'm going to see what is trending right now and what has been trending for the last few months. Now I'm logged into my Merch Informer account. Now I'm going to go over to product research and go all the way down to where it says Trend Tracker. There's lots of other great tools here, but this is the one that I am using daily. All right, so now that I am in Trend Tracker, we are going to start to look for those wonderful evergreen niches that are going to be making us money. Right here, you'll notice that it says in the average BSR 0 to 100,000. Even though 100,000 seems like it is a lot, I'm actually finding that that is just a little bit too competitive of niches if I I look in the 100,000 range. So instead, I'm actually going to go to the 100 to 200,000 range to find those trending niches. And then we're going to go over here to our period. And right now it's set to looking at the trends for 1 month. I really like to focus on evergreen designs. So I'm going to look at something that's actually been trending for 3 months, because that indicates to me that it's been selling well consistently regardless of a holiday around the corner or something else in the news. All right, so I am going to scroll down, and right away I'm actually seeing 3 trends that might be worth targeting. So this first one, it looks like the Black Queen, the most powerful piece in the game. Right now we see that this has a 172,000 BSR. So they're averaging that this shirt is selling 14 times a month. So you know what? I think that this might be something worth targeting. If I scroll down a little bit more, I see this shirt that says, "First time grandma, let the spoiling begin." So there are so many shirts about grandmas here, but this shirt is already niching down a little bit, and it's doing first time grandmas. So you know what? This might actually be a niche that I want to target. Now that I have something that I want to target, I am going to go over here in Merchant Farmer to competition checker. All right, so I am going to search first time grandma. Sometimes you have to wait a moment. All right, so already it's giving us a B rating for the phrase first time grandma on shirts. Right off the bat, we can see that there are 11,900 total products that have this phrase on them, and then 248 of those have sold. Personally, I'm looking for products that have more like an A rating for a niche, but a B is great to target too. Honestly, I wouldn't go anything lower than a B. Sometimes if I think, let's see if I can niche this down just a little bit more. So instead of first time grandma, I'm gonna look up first time Nana. With first time Nana, we have niched down even more. So if you see here, both the products online and the products with BSR have gone down, but that doesn't mean that's something you don't want to target. So there is not much competition in the products online for first time Nana, and we do know that they have made sales on certain products. So this could be a niche that you want to target. In addition to finding niches from what's trending, occasionally I'll just have an idea, either from watching something on TV, scrolling social media, or just out and about in my everyday life. Making something just because we think it's cool can often be a really, really big waste of time in this Merch by Amazon business. So instead of going ahead and making a design and uploading it, I am first going to try and validate that word to see if it might be a niche worth pursuing. For example, maybe I was out and I saw some really, really cute yoga designs. Instead of going ahead and making a shirt that's based on yoga, I'm going to plug that word in and see if that might be a great niche to pursue for Merch by Amazon. Whenever I find something out in the wild that I am thinking about pursuing, I am always going to go to Merch Informer's competition checker first. So I am going to look up the word yoga. And as you might have been able to guess, yoga is a highly, highly saturated niche. We can see that there is almost 40,000 products using the word yoga. That's 40,000 shirts that are targeting that word yoga. And even though we're seeing thousands of sales in that niche, the ratio of sales to number of products is not something that you want to target. That's why we are getting an F. As you could probably guess, this keyword has a terrible score. It is a super, super saturated niche, even though there is a lot of demand for this word. Instead, I'm going to be looking for a niche that has a lot of search volume, but there's also not very much competition. If I find a word that's generally in that A to B range, I'm going to pursue that. If you see something out in the wild or on TikTok, make sure you're always using Merch Informer's competition checker to check this before pursuing that idea. This has saved me so much time. I cannot tell you how often I think of something and say, hey, I'm the first person to ever want to make this. Come to find out, this has been done so many times and no one is even buying it. Now that we found a really great niche using Merch Informer, it's time to first check that this phrase is not trademarked. Before moving forward, we first need to make sure that this niche is going to be safe. Before I move forward in the creative process, I check every single niche and phrase in the trademark electronic search system. If you're not familiar with TESS, this is a free website where you can search any phrase or word. word, and it will tell you if there's a trademark on this. While you're trying to get designs out fast, this is a step you might be tempted to skip, but please do not do this. You do not want your account to get terminated. Stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to be diving into the things that get people's accounts terminated and how to use the TESS system. Now that we have a winning niche and we know it is safe, it's time to start creating our t-shirt design. If you found this video helpful so far, I would love it if you would consider pushing that like button and subscribing down below. It really helps out my channel. My two favorite sites to do this is both Placeit and Canva. Today we're going to be using Canva to create a design with this niche. I use Canva's paid option, but their free plan is also great too. If you don't have an account, I would love it if you would click the link in my bio to sign up right now. I personally love Canva because it just takes the design process and makes it faster and quicker with so many pre-made graphics and elements that you can use to sell on your own shop. Right now I'm logged into Canva, and to create my t-shirt design based on that Nana niche, I am going to go over to create a design and go to custom size and go for that 4500 by 5400 pixels. So using Canva's free graphics, I added first time Nana to this shirt, and now I'm gonna just go ahead and download that to use. Now that we've researched a winning niche, we found out it's safe, we've created a design, it's time to upload and add the title and description. After great niche research, good titles and descriptions are arguably the second most important part of your design. There are hundreds of phrases that you might be tempted to use in your description, but doing so could risk immediate termination of your account. Make sure you are not making any of those mistakes by checking out my next video where I'm going to tell you how to keep your account safe and how to avoid the biggest mistakes that merch sellers make when doing their Merch by Amazon business. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.